When you're running a business that relies on international shipping, few things are more frustrating than finding out your shipment has been held by US Customs. But here is the thing, it is actually not unusual. In fact, it is a regular part of global trade. Customs examinations are not only common, but they're also essential for national security, trade compliance, and public safety. Think of them as security checkpoints for cargo. These inspections are meant to prevent smuggling, ensure proper classification of goods, and make sure nothing harmful or illegal enters the country. But while the intent is good, the delays and costs that come with customs holds can be a real burden on businesses. In this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about US Customs examinations, why they happen, what types of holes exist, and most importantly, what you can do to avoid delays and keep your supply chain moving smoothly. What is a U.S. Customs examination? A U.S. Customs examination is an inspection carried out by the Customs and Border Protection Agency, also known as CBP. Their job is to ensure that all goods coming into the country follow federal laws and regulations, from electronics and clothing to furniture and food. Every shipment crossing the U.S. border is subject to inspection. Some inspections are random, others are targeted. Either way, it is something every importer must be prepared for. During an examination, CBP officers will check if the contents of a container match the documentation. They may verify the product value, confirm correct labeling, inspect for compliance with rules from agencies like the FDA, USDA, or EPA, and even ensure the packaging meets safety standards. But there's more. These inspections also help enforce trade policy, catch undervalued shipments, and collect duties and taxes. Understanding why these checks happen can help importers be more proactive and minimize risk. So why might your shipment be flagged for inspection? Common reasons shipments are held. Here are a few key reasons. Inaccurate documentation. The most common issue is paperwork. If there is a missing invoice, a typo in your packing list, or vague product descriptions, customs might flag the container. Even something like an incorrect harmonized system code or HTS code can cause problems. These issues might seem small but can easily add several days or even weeks to your shipping timeline. High-risk commodities or countries. If your goods come from countries flagged for trade restrictions or security risks, they're more likely to be examined. The same goes for high-risk products like chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and food items, which require additional scrutiny due to safety concerns. Suspicious packaging. If the container looks tampered with or if the weight doesn't match what is declared, the shipment might be held. Today, as CBP scanners and algorithms are highly advanced, they can detect inconsistencies that might indicate smuggling or false declarations. Random selection. Sometimes there is no specific reason. Customs also performs spot checks as part of standard security protocol. It is just luck of the draw. History of compliance issues. If your company has had previous violations, like underpayment of duties or mislabeling, CBP may flag your future shipments for extra scrutiny. Types of holes you might encounter. Once a shipment is flagged, it is put under a specific type of hold. Each type tells you something about the reason and what to expect. Manifest hold. This is placed before the shipment even arrives, usually due to errors in the importer's security. Filing is for shipment manifest. It's often easy to resolve by resubmitting correct documents. Commercial enforcement hold. This happens when CBP suspects a serious issue, like intentional undervaluing, false classification, or intellectual property violations. This kind of hold may require legal consultation or compliance documentation. Statistical validation hold. If your shipment doesn't align with trade data, maybe you're shipping an unusually large quantity, or the value looks too high or low, CBP may investigate further. CET Hold Anti-Terrorism Hold, short for Contraband Enforcement Team Hold. This is issued if there is a suspected national security concern. These containers are usually sent to a centralized examination station for an in-depth inspection. PGA Hold. This occurs when another federal agency needs to verify your shipment. For example, the FDA might inspect food or drugs, while the USDA checks plant or agricultural imports. Types of customs exams. Not all holds lead to the same type of examination. There are several types, each with different levels of scrutiny, cost, and processing time. X-ray exam, also called a non-intrusive inspection. Neovasis exam. This scan uses X-rays to see inside the container without opening it. If everything looks okay, the shipment is usually released in 1 to 2 business days. Tailgate exam. This exam involves opening the container but not unloading it. Officers check the visible contents against paperwork. Depending on port activity, intensive exam. It can take up to a week. The most detailed exam. The entire container is moved to a specialized station, opened, and every single item is inspected. This process usually takes at least 5 days but can stretch to 2 weeks or more. Who pays for all this? Here is the tough part: the importer pays. Whether it is transportation to the exam site, labor, fees, unloading, or storage, you're responsible for the cost. And even if everything checks out, CBP doesn't reimburse you for the delay or damage. How to avoid delays? You can't stop every customs exam, but you can reduce the chances. Double-check all documents before submission. Look for missing signatures, vague descriptions, or incorrect HS codes. Avoid vague terms like miscellaneous or parts. Be specific in product descriptions. Work with a licensed customs broker who can file paperwork correctly and flag potential issues. Partner with CJPAT certified vendors to get lower inspection rates. Use consistent clean packaging and avoid reusing boxes with old labels. And most importantly, consider working with experienced freight forwarders like Foresmart, who already have solid relationships with customs brokers and port officials. A customs examination can be stressful, time-consuming, and costly, but it doesn't have to ruin your supply chain. With the right knowledge and partners, you can reduce delays, avoid compliance issues, and keep your business moving forward.